Oh, Ariel, are you there? I was just wondering if I could bend your ear to get a couple of little things off my chest to you. The thing is that all this stress has been building up, and I just have nobody that I can talk to about this at all.
Did something happen to you recently? Is everything okay? Also, it has been some time since we last spoke. I hope that you've mostly been doing well since then. It's always nice to hear from you.
It has been some time, hasn't it? Have you been well?
Yes, I'm my usual self pretty much. Nothing too exciting going on here.
Oh, well, that is nice to hear. I know that your job moves you around quite often, so I feel like we barely ever get to see each other. I miss getting to see you more often. You know, I really do wish that you could just settle down and live closer to me. But it seems like anywhere that your job takes you, you always end up so far away from me.
I'm sure that you can't miss me that much since you have so much family nearby already.
Well, you see, that is kind of actually what I wanted to talk to you about today. Jack and Carol. Well, I just don't really get along with the two of them.
Oh, really? I'm sorry to hear that. Did something happen?
It's just that those two are always treating me like I'm some kind of burden, or always in the way. And since my husband passed away, I just feel like I have no one on my side.
Oh, well, I'm terribly sorry to hear that you're going through all of this right now.
Not to mention the two of them are just always so mean to me. I can't even remember the last time that I had a pleasant conversation with them.
So they're actively being mean to you?
Okay, well, for example, even though we all live together, neither of them ever make me any food. They just treat me like I'm some kind of freeloader. Then, when they go out, they always leave me at the house and never invite me to go out with them. They just leave the house without ever telling me and then show up at some point later. It's horrible.
So they just leave you behind all the time? That really doesn't sound right to me at all.
And that's not all. The house also has no air conditioning or heating, and so the temperature is always out of whack. But they always seem to have plenty of time to care for their little dog. I think they spend more time doting over it than they do me.
Wow, well, that certainly is a lot to take in. I'm sorry that you've had to be dealing with all of this while living with them.
It really is quite shocking, isn't it? I mean, have you ever heard of anything like that before?
It really is shocking. I will say that much at least.
Honestly, it's like my life has turned into some kind of soap opera or something like that. I have just had enough of it. But I just have no idea what to even say or do to begin to fix all of this.
I'm just really so surprised that Jack would treat you like that. He never ever struck me as that type of person.
I forget. Have you ever really spent that much time with him before? Have you two ever really had a chance to talk all that much?
We've talked a few times in the past before, yes?
Well, then surely even in those interactions you could pick up the kind of person he is. Unlike James, Jack has always been so awkward and tends to keep to himself.
You are right about that. He is an unusually quiet person most of the time.
I just don't even know if that boy even knows how to show love or compassion or any kind of positive emotion to someone else.
But on the day of his wedding, I was feeling really, really sick, and Jack picked up on it right away and asked the staff to help me out. I always thought that he must be a kind person to go out of his way to do something like that, even if he is quiet.
Oh, please. That was just a mask that he put on to score brownie points with you. I know how Jack truly is, and he is nothing but a cold, cruel snake. I mean, he barely even shows any gratitude to the woman who raised him.
Wow, I really just don't know what to think. I mean, I really did think that he was so kind that day.
You can't let him trick you like that. He's always plotting something, and if you put your trust in him, you'll end up regretting it.
But I still don't understand everything that's going on here. I mean, do you have any idea why he might be treating you this way in the first place?
I think he's just mad at the idea of having to spend any amount of money on me at all. He just sees me as a burden.
Wait a second. I thought that you were retired and collecting checks from the government, right?
Well, of course I am. That is what happens when you pay into Social Security all your life.
So then, if you have that money coming in to help support you, I can't imagine that he's having to pay that much extra just to take care of you. Are you sure that there are no other expenses you might be incurring that would be frustrating to him? Or are you at the very least helping him clean around the house?
I actually am the one that usually ends up taking care of all the housework. Or rather, it would be more accurate to say that I have all of the housework dumped on me.
So then I guess that means he can't be upset because he feels like there's more work to do around the house with you there.
I really just have no idea why that boy is treating me the way that he does. But what I do know is that he's always so mean to me. Even if he had a reason, I don't think it would make that much of a difference to me at all.
But I really don't think that Jack is the kind of person to be cruel to someone for no reason at all. And I don't get why they'd agree to let you live with them if they were going to treat you like this. I mean, wasn't he the one who proposed you living with them?
Well, it seems to me they might have just changed their mind about me or something. I only agreed because I knew that I would have company in my old age, but now I wish I was living with you and James instead.
Right, I understand. But I don't think that would work for us since we're always moving around so frequently. And since I'm pregnant and about to have the baby, things are even more hectic here.
Well, I would prefer moving around and having to take care of a baby to the constant insults and rudeness that I'm forced to put up with here. You two really do make such a lovely couple.
Well, maybe you should just bring this up with Jack and try to understand what is going on with him. I mean, you all live together, so I'm sure he must be feeling the tension as well. I think that having an honest conversation would be good for the household overall.
You might be right about that. Maybe I should try talking to him. Well, thank you so much for that advice. I knew that I should have gone to you for help. I know that I can always count on you and James to be there for me.
Of course, it really is my pleasure. And if anything else happens, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at all.
Oh, right, and one more thing. Please don't mention any of this to Jack and Carol, okay? I just don't want things to get worse with them knowing that I came to you about this.
Yes, no problem. That makes total sense. I won't say a word about this to them at all.
Ariel, are you there? I seriously need to talk to you about this. It's just horrible.
Hello, Paula. I take it that you talked to Jack then? How did that go for you?
Well, I did just as you said, and I tried to bring up some of the issues that I was talking about.
But something tells me that the whole conversation ended up backfiring and only making things worse, right?
That's right. It did. And then, after our talk, they started yelling at me for even getting close to them when I got up and started to walk towards my room.
They got mad at you for walking near them? I don't get it. Why would they be mad over something like that?
I think all they heard me say was like I disliked living with them. They only thought that I was complaining and told me that I should be grateful to be living with them. Then Jack even hurled a flower vase at me. I could have been seriously injured if I was hit by it.
Hold on a second. He was so mad at you that he threw a vase at you? That's horrible. I'm so sorry to hear this.
Honestly, I have never been able to control that boy once he gets upset over something. You would think being his mom would shield you from some of this, but I think that it just makes me a bigger target.
I really just don't even know what to say about that. I'm shocked. I mean, I don't think that I've heard Jack or Carol even raise their voices. It is really hard for me to imagine them getting so mad that they would do something like that.
Well, if you ask me, I think that all of this can be traced back to Carol. Ever since the two of them got married, Jack's behavior has gotten much worse.
So you think that it's Carol pulling all of the strings and making him act this way?
I really do.
But I've never ever had any problem with her either.
But you interacted with her, right? What did you think of her? What was your impression?
Well, Carol always seemed very elegant and soft-spoken and like an all-around good person. I especially can't see her being behind any of this.
Well, I guess that just means that she was able to trick you with her act. But that evil woman stole my son from me. Although if you ask me, I think that she's just taking out her frustrations on me.
You think that Carol is being mean to you because she's really upset about something else? Do you think she's stressed about something in life?
Just think about it. The two of them still don't have any kids, right?
Sure, but what does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying that those two have been married for 6 whole years now, and they still don't have a single kid.
Well, I think that is probably best left to the two of them. I mean, I think James and I just got lucky with my getting pregnant so quickly.
I actually heard that the two of them got infertility treatment to try and help the issue, but that it didn't go well. And I am sure that this is what they are so upset about and why they're always picking on me, even though I don't have anything to do with them having a kid or not.
I see. Well, if that's the cause, then it certainly does sound like they're taking out their frustrations on you with no good reason.
So you think so too, right? That is what I've been going through ever since I moved in with them.
I think the way you're describing it certainly makes it sound that way, yes.
And I just don't know how I'm supposed to keep going at this rate. I mean, you have no idea just how stressful it is. I really am worried that if I end up staying here for very much longer, that I might seriously end up getting hurt.
It really does sound like that might be a possibility. I really don't think that you should be living with people who are going to be treating you like that. It's dangerous.
Oh, I knew that you would understand. You really are so kind and sweet. I just wish that Jack and Carol would take a page from your book and learn to be a bit kinder.
Well, now I am really worried about you being in this situation any longer. I mean, would you like me to have James call Jack and have a little chat with him?
Oh, just hold off a little before you go and do that. Since we just fought, I wouldn't want to upset Jack any more than he already is. But if anything else does happen, I will be sure to let you know about it. I may even need to ask for your help at some point, so please be there for me. Ariel, are you there? Please, you have to help me.
Paula, is everything okay? What's the matter?
It finally got to a point where I never thought that it would.
Sorry, what is going on? What is all this about right now?
Would you mind if I went and stayed at your house for a little bit? Jack and Carol threw me out of the house. I just need a place to stay and someone to look after me for a while. I don't have anywhere else that I can go to.
Hold on a second. What exactly do you mean by take care of you?
Well, today they were treating me awfully, as they always do, and finally it got to the point where Jack said he had had enough and wanted me out of the house. I've already made my way over to your house, so would you mind letting me in and letting me live with the two of you?
Wait, you want to move in with us? No way, that won't work at all. I don't want to be sent to the hospital.
Sorry, what do you mean by that? Who is going to the hospital?
No, James and I are not going to be taking care of you, okay? Just go back home and leave us alone.
What is going on here? What has gotten into you, Ariel? Normally you're so kind and sweet. I thought that you pitied me and what I was going through.
Well, yes, I did pity you.
And why wouldn't you after all that I've been through? This is why I'm begging you to help me. And just what are you talking about having to be sent to the hospital? No one is doing that.
What are you talking about, Paula? I know that you pushed Carol down the stairs. James and I know the full story now. You were lying to me this whole time about what was happening to you.
Hold on a second. Did you talk to Jack about this? Did he say something to you?
Jack knew that you were probably talking to us and feeding your side of the story to me so that you could ask for help. He decided to call James and I and clear the air by telling the real truth of what happened. You were right about one thing. You were the one causing all of the problems for poor Jack and Carol.
No, listen to me. You can't believe a single word that either of those two have to say to you. They're liars who hate me and will say anything to turn you against me.
Oh, really? Because Jack sent me photos of Carol from the hospital. Do you care to explain what might have landed her there? You should also know that it was never ever like I believed every little thing that you said.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that? I thought you were on my side in all this. What is going on here?
You may have been talking about how awful Jack and Carol had been towards you, but I knew that something just had to be up. I know that I may not have spent a vast amount of time with them, but I know for a fact that Jack and Carol aren't bad people. I never once trusted that they were doing any of the awful things that you said they were doing.
I am trying to tell you they are lying to you, tricking you. Please, you have to believe me.
None of what you were saying to me was adding up, and talking to Jack basically confirmed many of my suspicions. Jack told me all about how you were treating poor Carol all of the time. He told me that you were so cruel to the both of them because they didn't have kids. In fact, I remember that when I announced that I was pregnant, you said something quite strange.
What did I say?
You said that you were on the verge of giving up on Jack and Carol ever having kids. But Jack told me you started treating Carol even worse after we announced my pregnancy.
But no, this is just one big misunderstanding.
I mean, if the two of them were so bad, I never understood why you would have agreed to live with them. That was one detail that just never sat right with me. If the two of them really hated you all that much, then there is no way that they would have ever invited you to move in with them.
But they threw me out of their house, and that's the honest truth. I don't have anywhere to go now, so please, you have to let me move in with you.
Of course they threw you out of their home. I don't blame them for that at all. I mean, you horribly injured Carol and put her in the hospital. If you think that you can just turn around and try to live with us, you've got another thing coming. You will just have to find another place to go and live, okay?
How can you say that to me? That's so cruel. I mean, I'm old and weak, and you're just gonna cast me out into the streets without a roof over my head?
Well, the other option is for us to report what you did to the police and have them come to arrest you. I think you should be thankful that all Jack did to you was kick you out.
Hey, when are you finally gonna be coming home? It is freezing out here, and I think that I might have a fever.
Wait, what? Are you still at our house waiting for us to come home? We usually get a lot of snow during the winter, so I really wouldn't waste any more time waiting outside.
I finally reached the limit of how much I could take, and so I found a nearby hotel and fled there to warm up for a bit. But either way, this is no way to be treating your mother-in-law. You're supposed to help me. If I call on you, you should be there with an eager smile. I mean, why aren't any of your neighbors coming to help me out either? Couldn't they see that I was a poor old woman in the cold?
Oh, right. Well, that would be because I warned them all to ignore the crazy old lady banging on my front door. I told them all about how dangerous you are.
Dangerous? Me? Are you kidding me? This is just ridiculous. And anyways, you still haven't answered my question at all. Just where are you and when are you coming home? How long are you going to keep me waiting?
If you really want to know, James and I are at my parents' house.
You mean that you went all the way to the other side of the country just to avoid me?
Listen to me, Paula. I am pregnant, okay? I can't take the risk of letting some unstable woman into our house who might push me down the stairs.
But I would never ever do anything like that.
I just can't believe a word that you have to say to me anymore. We have talked to Jack and Carol about this, and we have decided that none of us want anything to do with you anymore. Not only do you have a record of hurting people, but you use lies and manipulation to try and win people over to your side.
So then, you're all just gonna throw me away like this? You really don't care one single bit what might happen to me. My own sons are gonna treat their mother like this.
I guess you can say that your two sons are putting their wives' safety before you, yes.
I don't believe this. This is too much. How could they do this to me? Those traitors.
Anyways, in case you're curious to know, Carol doesn't have any serious injuries, but they did find a few fractures. If the fall had been just a little worse, though, something serious might have happened. You do realize that this makes you a criminal, though, right? I do not want someone like you anywhere near my house.
But I didn't even do anything wrong. I think I was more than fair to push her down the stairs. I mean, she stole my son and then wouldn't even give me any grandchildren. And on top of that, she never even helps me clean up around the house. It drives me so crazy.
Oh, really? Because I heard that you were always pushing all of the housework on Carol anyways. I know that everything you were telling us was a lie. And I have to say, you really did almost get me to believe you. Anyways, good luck finding a new place to live. After that, I heard that Paula's fever got worse and it turned into quite the serious lung infection. It was so serious that she needed to be hospitalized. Even after she was in the hospital, though, no one came to see her. We all just ignored her existence to protect our own families. She was finally discharged with no serious threats to her life. None of us ever had any doubts that we'd made the right decision in cutting her off, though. Once she was out of the hospital, she tried to borrow money from friends and family, but we don't know what happened to her next. After that, Jack and Carol and James and I all get along much better and felt much closer to each other.
Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.